Have you ever stopped to think about the way you view money? For many of us, money seems elusive, always slipping through our fingers or weighing heavily on our minds as we struggle to manage it. But what if we saw money differently? What if money wasn't a source of stress, not a limitation, but a tool that could give us freedom, a resource we could use to shape our lives for the better? This shift in how we think about money can transform everything. When we stop seeing money as something we chase and start seeing it as something we manage, something that flows in and out of our lives, we begin the journey toward financial freedom. It's about much more than how much we have in our accounts. It's about how we use and understand the role money plays in our lives. For many of us, growing up, money was something to worry about. It was scarce, something that could run out at any moment, something we had to hold on to tightly, or else we might not have enough. But what if that belief is holding you back? What if there's another way to see it? What if you believed that money is abundant, always available, always flowing, and always ready for you to receive it? This doesn't come from simply wishing for it or hoping for luck. It starts with a shift in mindset, moving from fear to faith, from limitation to possibility. And this shift isn't just practical, it's spiritual. In Philippians 4:19, we find a powerful assurance, "And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ Jesus." Think about that for a moment. This is an assurance, not a suggestion. It's a promise that God will meet your needs. So why should money be a source of stress when we have this divine guarantee? When we live with the confidence that our needs will be met, that God is looking out for us, money no longer holds the power to make us anxious. Instead, it becomes a resource we can manage wisely, knowing that it is part of God's provision for us. Financial freedom begins here, with the trust that we are cared for, that the universe is abundant, and that we don't need to live in fear of lack. When you start seeing money as a tool for freedom, everything changes. You stop being a slave to money and start using it to create the life you want. Financial freedom allows you to choose how you spend your time, where you focus your energy, and how you use your talents. It's about aligning your life with your values and your purpose. Real financial freedom isn't measured by how many zeros you have in your bank account. It's about having enough to make decisions that bring you peace, joy, and fulfillment. And that kind of freedom doesn't come from fear or from constantly chasing more. It comes from understanding that money, like everything else, flows in your life when you manage it with faith, wisdom, and trust. Think about how money flows. Many people believe that money is something you have to hold on to tightly, that if you let it go, it may never return. But money, like energy, flows. It comes in, it goes out. It's not stagnant. It moves according to how we use it and what we believe about it. When you give freely from a place of trust, it returns to you in greater measure. This is a principle that's been taught to us for centuries. In Luke 6:38, we're reminded, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you." What you give, whether it's your time, your energy, or your money, will come back to you, often multiplied. When we release our fear of not having enough and choose to live generously, we open the door to greater abundance. Giving isn't just about helping others, it's about positioning yourself to receive more because the universe responds to the energy of generosity. This is the power of an abundance mindset. There is enough for you, for me, for everyone. It's not about competing with others for a limited resource. It's about knowing that there's more than enough to go around. When you live with this belief, you stop worrying about what others have. You stop feeling like you have to fight for what's yours. Instead, you trust that opportunities will come to you, that the right resources will flow your way, and that the success of others is simply proof that abundance is real. There's no need for jealousy or fear because there is no scarcity. When you celebrate the success of others, you affirm that abundance exists for you too. This shift from scarcity to abundance, from lack to possibility, changes everything. And let's take this a step further. When you start to see money not just as something for yourself, but as something that can be used to create impact, the way you relate to it changes entirely. Money becomes a tool for doing good, for uplifting others, for making the world better. Proverbs 3:9-10 teaches us, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine." This scripture isn't just about wealth for wealth's sake. It's about aligning your financial life with your spiritual values. When you use money to honor God, to do good, to help others, you're not just building your own life, you're contributing to something greater. You're creating a legacy filled with meaning and purpose. And in return, you experience blessings beyond financial gain. Your barns are filled not only with material wealth, but with peace, joy, and fulfillment. True abundance isn't just about what you have, it's about how you use it. Money is a reflection of the value you bring to the world. It's not something to be chased or idolized. It's a response to the service you provide, the value you create. When you focus on giving value, whether through your work, your relationships, or your contributions, you open yourself to receiving financial rewards. This isn't about greed. It's about understanding that when you serve others, when you add value, the universe responds by providing for your needs. It's a divine principle, a law of life. The more you give of yourself, the more you receive. So you don't have to worry about chasing money. Instead, focus on how you can be of service, how you can create value, and trust that the rewards will come, often in ways you never expected. But it's important to remember this. Money, in itself, is neutral. It's neither good nor bad. It's simply a tool, a resource. What matters is how you choose to use it, the intentions you attach to it, the actions you take with it. That's what defines whether money becomes a blessing or a curse. When you use money to honor God, to lift others, to live in alignment with your values, it becomes a tool for good. There's no shame in having money or in desiring financial success. It's about what you do with it. Success allows you to do more, to give more, to make a greater impact. It's not about hoarding wealth or living in fear of losing it. It's about seeing money for what it is, a tool that can help you achieve your goals, fulfill your purpose, and live a life of meaning and contribution. Achieving financial stability brings a sense of peace that frees you to focus on what truly matters in life. When you're not constantly worried about how you'll pay the bills, or whether you'll have enough to get by, you can turn your attention to the things that bring true joy, your relationships, your purpose, your connection with God. Financial freedom isn't just about having a certain amount in the bank. It's about having the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're on solid ground, that you have control over your financial life. It's about trusting that your needs will always be met, just as Philippians 4:19 reminds us. When you trust in God's provision, when you trust that the universe is working in your favor, you experience a level of peace that goes far beyond numbers. It's the peace that comes from faith, from knowing that you are taken care of. So now is the time to reflect. Take a moment to think about your relationship with money. Is it something that stresses you out? Do you see it as something that's always slipping through your hands, something that causes anxiety? Or do you see it as a tool for good, a resource that flows in and out of your life as you need it? Have you been living with a scarcity mindset, always worrying that there won't be enough? Or are you ready to embrace an abundance mindset, trusting that what you give will return to you multiplied and that the universe is rich with opportunities for you? It's time to let go of fear. It's time to step into a new understanding of money, one grounded in faith, generosity, and purpose. Remember, financial freedom begins in the mind. When you change the way you think about money, you change how money flows into your life. You have the power to transform your financial reality simply by shifting your perspective. Trust in God's provision, give generously, create value, and honor the resources you've been given. When you do this, you will experience true abundance, not just in your bank account, but in every area of your life. Now take a moment to reflect on what this shift in mindset really means for you. Throughout this journey, we've explored the idea that money is not something to be feared, nor something that controls your life, but rather a tool, an instrument you can use to create freedom, security, and purpose. It's not about the amount of money you have, but how you view it, how you manage it, and ultimately how you align it with your values. Remember, financial freedom starts within. It's about changing the way you think about money, seeing it not as a limitation, but as an opportunity. As we've seen in Philippians 4:19, God promises to meet all of our needs. This assurance frees us from the worry and fear that often accompany money and allows us to view it as part of God's provision, a resource to be used wisely, not something that defines our worth or happiness. As we've discussed, giving opens the door to receiving. When you give freely, whether your time, resources, or finances, you are operating in a flow of abundance. As Luke 6:38 reminds us, the more generously you give, the more abundantly you will receive. Living with this mindset of abundance shifts you from a place of scarcity and worry into a place of trust and openness. When you give without fear, trusting that God's provision will always be enough, you invite more blessings into your life. Money is neutral, and how you use it matters. Aligning your financial decisions with your values is key. As Proverbs 3:9 teaches, when you honor God with your wealth, you participate in something greater than just financial gain. You create a life of purpose, where your resources serve not just you, but those around you, contributing to a ripple effect of good in the world. So, as you reflect on your journey toward financial freedom, think about how you can begin to change your relationship with money. How can you move away from the fear and limitations that hold you back, and instead embrace a mindset of trust, generosity, and purpose? How can you see money as a tool that helps you fulfill your values and create a positive impact? These are the questions that lead to true financial freedom. In the end, it's not about how much you accumulate, but about how well you manage what you've been given. It's about seeing money as a resource to help you live in alignment with your purpose, to serve others, and to build a life that reflects abundance in all areas. When you live with this mindset, financial freedom becomes not just a goal, but a way of life, a life where your needs are met, where your choices align with your values, and where you use your resources to honor God and bless those around you. Trust that you have the power to change your financial reality. Start by shifting your beliefs and watch how your life transforms. When you embrace this mindset, when you trust in God's provision, give generously, and live with purpose, you will experience true financial freedom. Not just in your bank account, but in every corner of your life. Before we part ways today, I want to take a moment to speak directly to you, my friends. If this message has stirred something within you, if it has made you think, or perhaps even challenged you in ways you didn't expect, then I want to invite you to be a part of something bigger. This channel was created to inspire, to uplift, and to help us all reach new heights together. But we can't do it alone. Your support means the world to us, and it's what allows this community to grow, thrive, and continue delivering the content that truly matters. If this message has added value to your life, I encourage you to subscribe, like, and share it with someone who might need to hear it today. But even more than that, consider joining our community as a supporter. Your engagement isn't just a number. It's a powerful vote for the kind of content you believe in, content that empowers, challenges, and uplifts us all. Together, we are building a space where financial freedom, spiritual growth, and personal empowerment meet. And your support is the fuel that keeps this vision alive. So let's continue to grow, learn, and walk this journey together. Subscribe, share, and stay connected. You are a part of this movement, and with your help, we'll continue to rise. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in this mission. And thank you for choosing to support this channel.